got a Malayan krait, also known as the banded krait, but the funny thing is this one doesn't have any bands. They're an incredibly dangerous snake, but pretty relaxed. So I don't know how relaxed I am when he does that. They've got a high incidence of wet bites. More than half of the bites they do, they inject venom, and they inject a lot, and it's enough to kill you, so you've got to be careful with them. This is one of the most dangerous snakes in Bali. And this is the first one I've ever found.
The Latin name for this snake is Bungarus candidus. Their bite is painless but very deadly. Often people are bitten in their sleep.
So this is my first krait.
Yep.
So one of the reasons he's out here is his favourite food is eels and frogs.
Yep. We release.
Oh.
Good night. Good for hunting.
Right in front of me here is one of Asia's most deadly snakes, the Malayan krait. Now, we found these before in the Gianyar part of Bali, and however over there the ones we saw were not banded. This is the typical colour form. It's quite spectacular. Alright mate, alright, watch out Carl. Now you can tell they're a krait by the hexagonal scales on its spine, and they're a member of the Elapidae family and therefore quite dangerous. The difference between these snakes and a lot of snakes I work with back in Australia is these have such a high portion, over 50% of wet bites, so bites where they inject venom. A lot of snakes, when they bite, they don't actually inject venom, it's just a warning. But these guys do a lot of wet bites, and there's been a lot of deaths throughout Southeast Asia due to this guy. However, it's a pretty placid snake. So he's not trying to strike or anything. Yeah, so generally you only get bitten if you're really hurting them. Now, despite these being one of the most dangerous snakes in this region, I wasn't going to really be handling these. However, I've learned that these guys are one of the most placid snakes to handle, which I'm quite surprised by. They've just got a lot of venom, or very toxic venom. We've been finding these guys out in the open, right near waterways. And they've got a triangular shaped body. And wow, they're just a really spectacular coloured snake. He's got large pupils, which helps him see in the dark. A lot of snakes we're finding in Bali are nocturnal. Generally the rat snakes and the spitting cobras are diurnal, but most other snakes come out at night.
What an amazing but very deadly snake.
Alright, we've taken a couple of photos of him, so now we're just going to let him go. Alright, just going to drop him now. Goodbye, Mr. Krait. That was a lot of fun. Talk about calm snakes. Normally you do that and the snake buggers off. There we go. And now there's a snake on my camera.
Back at the depot, we get some exciting news. A rescued nest of baby king cobras has hatched.
So this is the result of that nest rescue. These beautiful little babies. And there's just stacks of them. So it's really good to see just how well these snakes are doing. And how could you not love that? Might be small now, but is it going to grow to be the biggest venomous snake in the world?
It's hard to believe it could be this big one day.
It's only a few days old. But once it has its first shed, it's lethal.
This makes all the hard work that Bali Reptile Rescue do worthwhile.
And we think they're one of the cutest things we've ever seen.
Right from birth, they're born with the attitude of a king.
These snakes will one day grow to be the kings of Bali.
But for now, they are the hope for the future.
And we can't think of a better way to end this adventure.
Feel him build up only for a split second before that happened.